Good news! If this is your first DUI in Oregon, you have the opportunity to enter the diversion program instead of going through the criminal DUI trial and sentencing process. You have a choice, and it may help you to think of it as two paths. One path leads to diversion, which I will talk about in detail in my video. The other path leads to a criminal trial. You may want to take the trial path if you have strong evidence of your innocence or for any number of other reasons. But in many ways, the diversion path is a lot easier and less stressful than taking the trial path, and it's a lot cheaper and takes less of your time. What is diversion anyway? Diversion is a form of sentencing that allows first-time offenders to avoid prosecution and a criminal record if they complete the program requirements. The courts like diversion because it's faster and easier for them. The police like it because they don't have to come to court and testify. More people get DUIs than any other criminal charge. In Oregon alone, it's about 25,000 people a year. If everyone who got charged with DUI went to trial, it would overwhelm the court system. A big plus of taking the diversion path is that you won't get your license suspended for longer than the original 90 days. In contrast, even first-time offenders convicted of DUI face getting their driver's license suspended for 1 whole year, plus a $1,000 fine, plus 48 hours in jail, or 80 hours community service. Another plus, as long as you complete all the diversion requirements, a DUI conviction will not show up on your criminal record. But diversion is not for everyone. There are 5 ways to be disqualified, and you are out of luck if any one of the 5 apply to you. Number 1, this is not your first DUI. Number 2, you have any charge in the past that involved injury to someone as a result of you driving a car. Number 3, the DUI charge you are dealing with now involved injury of anyone besides yourself, including other people in your own car. Number 4, you have a commercial driver's license, or number 5, you are driving a commercial vehicle. Diversion is available in every court in the state. There will be some minor variations between courts, but the law is always the same. I'm going to give you the overall view of how diversion works. When we finish talking about it, and if you have decided that diversion is the way you want to go, then continue watching the video and I'll show you how to fill out the paperwork. Here is a quick rundown of the diversion path. Step 1. First you show up at the arraignment. Step 2. Then you fill out paperwork. Step 3. Once that is approved, then you fill out more paperwork. Step 4. Next you show up for the next appearance, which is also your last appearance. Step 5. Treatment. Step 6. Finish out the year without drinking. And you're done! If you successfully follow this path, your criminal record will show only an arrest and dismissal, and you can get your arrest expunged, which is a fancy way to say erased. Okay, let's take it from the top. The first time you will appear at court is for your arraignment. The arraignment is a formal reading of the DUI criminal complaint in your presence to inform you of the charges against you. Be sure to show up for your arraignment, or you may lose your chance to do diversion. The judge will issue a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear, which is no fun. When the judge calls your name, step up to the podium and answer any questions asked of you. If you have applied for an attorney and you qualify, the court will appoint an attorney for you. The court will also advise you of the date of your next appearance. If you don't have an attorney but you want one, the court may set a second date for you to show up with the attorney. You're going to hear the judge basically read the same thing over and over for every person in the room. You, the accused, are expected to enter a plea. You're going to walk to the front and plead not guilty. When you come back later, at your next appearance, you can change your plea to guilty if you're approved for diversion. Whatever you do, don't plead guilty at your arraignment. The judge probably wouldn't even let you, and your attorney wouldn't either. Because if you plead guilty, you waive any right to diversion because you haven't done the paperwork yet. Plus, you waive the right to a trial if you plead guilty, but you already knew that. To participate in the diversion program, you have to sign and file the Petitioner's Sworn Statement of Eligibility. You are the petitioner, and you are swearing that you are okayed for diversion because you meet the requirements 1 through 5 that I already told you about. At the same time that you file a statement of eligibility, you're going to fill out and file a second form called the Uniform DUI Diversion Petition and Agreement, which we will go over. You have to file these two forms with the courthouse within 30 days after you go to the arraignment. I recommend you do it at the same day as the arraignment so you don't have to make another trip to the courthouse or worry about missing the deadline. The petition for entry of plea, waiver of jury trial, and order is the last court form you are going to file to get into the diversion program. It's 3 pages long, but mostly you just fill in the blanks and check boxes. You can fill it in and give it to the clerk in the courtroom the same day as your next appearance, as long as you turn it in before the hearing is scheduled. This is your last appearance in court if you choose diversion. Hooray! Now I'm going to go through the various fees you have to pay for diversion. Keep in mind that you will have to pay all the same fees if you take the trial path and lose, and then some. The filing fees vary from county to county, so check with your specific court, but typically it's around $450. Luckily, you have until the time you complete the diversion program to pay it off. Heads up, you can flunk out of diversion if you don't pay or attend all the program. If you're having money problems, it is better to explain it to the judge as you go than just not pay. Most judges will give you extra time to pay, or if your situation is really bad, reduce the fee. Really, the judges and clerks and everybody there want you to succeed in diversion. You will also pay a diversion filing fee that is about $250, or the judge may allow you to pay the fees in installments or waive the fee if you do not have enough money. Heads up, the court can keep the filing fee for the diversion agreement even if you do not successfully complete the program. Once you've been accepted into diversion, it's time to contact the evaluation services to schedule an appointment with a substance abuse counselor. The court will give you the names of these services, and they are usually located within walking distance of the courthouse. You pay them directly and in advance, around $150 to $200 depending on your county. Next is the treatment program if your evaluation says you need it. It could be anything from 1 session to several weeks, so costs vary. Oh yeah, new A's. That's urine analysis or the P test. Costs $35 each, and you will be getting a few of those. Then finally, the court may require you to attend a victim impact program if there's one in your county. It's kind of a roundtable discussion of how people got hurt by drunk drivers. Attendance is going to cost anywhere from $5 to $50. And nowadays, you have to install an ignition interlock device called an IID for short, so your car won't start until you provide a clean breath sample. Installation is about $50, and the monthly lease of the equipment is about $60, depending on the deal you get. You agree to stay off alcohol for a year when you enter diversion, and not just when you drive. You aren't supposed to have any alcohol in your home or go out to bars. So please don't drink. Find some other way to deal with stress. Try acupuncture or collect stamps. Don't think that as long as you score under the legal limit of .08, everything is cool. Even .01 is too much when you are doing diversion. Don't think that as long as you score under the legal limit of .08, everything is cool. Even .01 is too much when you are in diversion. I repeat, if you get caught using alcohol while you are in diversion, the judge will kick you out of diversion and you will get an automatic DUI criminal conviction. Believe me, it's no fun to explain to the judge why you messed up. Now's a good time to print the practice forms. The court provides you with multicolored, multi-part carbon forms like this one. If you want, you can copy your answers off your practice forms onto the multi-part carbon forms at the courthouse. There's a lot of paperwork to get in diversion, but I'll explain in detail what everything means and show you how to fill in the forms while you follow along. At the end of the video, you will be able to do the paperwork yourself. Once again, for a limited time only, I'm offering my Oregon DUI video consultation free in exchange for your valuable feedback. Please email your comments at cowgirlattorney@gmail.com. Help me make this DUI video the best it can be for all our fellow Oregonians. And be sure to check out my website, cowgirlattorney.com. All of this online legal help brought to you by the Cowgirl Attorney. Know your rights and save your money.